Alright, so this is a product review I'm going to do on this stuff right here. And this is called Neem Oil by Dana-Grow. This is the stuff that I use, guys. This right here. I've had this bottle probably about 4 years. I don't use it very often, but when I do use it, it's very effective and I really like it. It doesn't go bad. It's pretty much, you know, lasts forever. The top is dirty because of just the oil itself getting on there and not cleaning it off. But you can see the oil. It looks just like motor oil. And has a nice, it smells almost like coffee. Has a nice coffee type smell. Believe it or not, it doesn't smell bad. You almost want to drink it a little bit. But it's a good product. That's what I use. Now, what could you use neem oil for? Now, there's a number of things you can use neem oil. I'll show you the back of the panel as I'm talking. You could use neem oil for a few things. A lot of people use neem oil mainly for insect control, so the insects don't really damage your plants, and it does really work good for that. If you're starting to have insect problems, it's good to set up the neem oil and then spraying it down and really get those insects good. The other thing this is actually good for is what is known as leaf polishing, and I sometimes leaf polish my plants. I might do that with my pepper plants when they get a little bit bigger. I'm going to give them a good leaf polish. And what neem oil does is it actually enhances photosynthesis on the plants when the oil is applied to it. Now, some people will argue with you, or some people will counter that and say, well, it's oil, it doesn't transpirate correctly, doesn't respirate. You reduce its respiration and your transpiration. If you overdo it, it will. You have to add just enough. You know, if you do the normal mixture, which is about a tablespoon per gallon of water with about a half a tablespoon of soap, preferably Castile soap, because that doesn't have any degreasing agents in it that might damage the leaves or burn the leaves or something like that. It's better to go as natural as possible, but if you use that mixture, generally you're not going to suffocate your plants, and you only apply it like maybe once a week at that, and that's like too much right there. Like every 2 weeks, because you got to figure your plants are growing within every 2 weeks. You got a whole nother 12 inches of plant that doesn't even have spray on it. So roughly, it depends too how much rain you get, how much water you get. Eventually it comes off the plant. Anywhere between once a week to once every 2 weeks is generally good, and that's a very good way to really get your plants bumping and growing. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll mix Epsom salt in that mix, and I'll add that as an enhancement along with maybe just a small amount of the worm casting tea as a foliar feed, and I just give them a bump, and you can see how beautiful the plants are doing when you give them a spray. Beautiful green, lush color, really coming up good and strong. Beautiful tops and heads. Not many insects coming out this year on them because I sprayed them a little bit. I gave them that immune booster, and they're really, really taking off and doing quite well. So, yes, I definitely recommend using neem oil. Now, when you buy neem oil, some of the neem oils in the store already come with other stuff in them and mixes, or neem oil mixed with this or neem oil. You don't want anything like that. You want to get the pure neem oil. It's got to say 100% pure. You don't necessarily have to get this brand, Dana-Grow. You can try a couple of other brands if you want, but I like Dana-Grow. This is the old school version. I've been using this stuff now for over a decade, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's any reason for me to go and use another brand, let alone even buy this again, because this one container will last you a long time. I had this container probably about 4 years or 5 years by now. So I would definitely give this a go. I'll leave links in the description for this brand and maybe a couple other brands that I think might be pretty good for neem oil. Again, it is a leaf polish. You can look it up online. I'll leave some information in the description down below. You can look down there and see what you could find. But definitely learn a little bit more about neem oil, how to apply it to your gardening, and you should have much better success using a good neem oil in your garden. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.